We're live. Hello.
Hello.
So as you can see, you're here for the reading sprints for the R2Readathon, where we are reading Arusha and the End of Time by Roshni Chokshi. I'm like 104 pages in. I haven't read it since the last time we had sprints.
I have not either. I am 82 pages in.
But that's totally okay because I still have some stuff to finish before I actually get back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have to finish my reading my little journal excerpt for the last book I read.
Yeah. But I still am like, we're going to be doing this over and over and over again, where you're getting me attached to these characters, and then boom. I'm not sure I'm ready for that. It's funny because that's actually not that weird of a science fiction concept. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was expecting it to be something groundbreaking, and it's just what it was, and I was like, oh, okay.
It reminds me of an episode of Black Mirror, but like Matrixy, and I'm like, my brain was just like,
I have seen neither of those, so I do not know.
Cal got like 17 voice messages of me just like ranting and screaming.
Yeah. That's so
He's
funny.
like, I love this. I'm living for it.
Oh, Cal loves when you yell at her about the books that he has given you. So it's like, what did I read when I read Rosalind Palmer Takes the Cake? Like walls of text. So
I haven't read that yet, but when I do, I guess I know.
Yeah, it was the same thing with one of the Shadowhunters books that Cal had been like, Margaret, have you read it yet? Have you read? Just like at 2 a.m. back to back text messages for like, you can scroll forever. And it was really funny because I'm like, you don't have to respond to any of those, just so you know. I'm just sending you my thoughts. But anyways, so.
Hi, Alex.
Hello.
I haven't responded to Alex since like 3 o'clock. I got lost on TikTok.
That's sooner than you responded to me.
I kept intending to respond to you, and then I just was like, okay, I'll respond to that as soon as I can. A new thing happens. We went.
Oh my God.
So yesterday we went to the store. We went to Walmart, and like our car's kind of like not going good right now, and so it was like we went and we got the snacks, and then we got something, and we came home, right? And then today, he's like, hey, where's that thing that I got yesterday? And I was like, we forgot it at the store.
I've done that back when I still shopped in person, and like, I'm really bad. If you give me the option to do things myself, I will go through the self-checkout line. So like, I haven't been back, especially at Walmart.
We also go through the self-checkout line a lot, and I remember standing there and being like, we only have one bag. That feels really weird. But
That's
okay, funny. I thought we had more stuff than that.
But yeah,
we did. I left it.
You know how they have those whirly things that they do the bags on for at Walmart? I definitely left something on there one time. So
see, the reason why I got so confused though is because we forgot to bring our reusable bags, and usually when it's like that, I'm like, okay, we use one bag and then we have another one, versus these were just the regular plastic Walmart bags, and so my brain was not thinking of, oh, we have this many of this bag. I was just like,
yeah, we
I felt
all
really bad.
So Like, I use them when I can and where I can. But if you can't use it, you can't use it. Okay, cool. Anyways.
Anywho. Hi, Ro.
Ooh, yummy.
Ooh, that sounds good. I have a box cake that I've been meaning to make at some point.
Nice. I keep meaning to make a cake at some point, but our fridge is always full, and because of the butter that I use, it has to stay in the fridge. Like, because I use my butter for the icing, and it will melt.
Which one do you use?
So I have to use the Earth Balance margarine because it's dairy free. So,
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask what y'all are reading. Deep in Providence by Rhys M. Nielsen, female. Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm probably going to read this for a little bit, and then I do need to make some progress on our books for the book club I'm in with Sarah. The Curious Minds book club.
Yes, I was like, you said it, and then my brain was like, I suddenly do not remember what it is called as well.
Yeah, we have our picks. I've got a video that needs to go up at some point with our picks for the rest of the year, and I'm really excited about those. So, oh, nice! I just got a copy of that from a free little library the other day.
Nice. I need to read that as well.
Yeah.
I started like 6 books in between the end of July and like in between like halfway between August. So I have so many to actually get into. That I'm like, I don't know.
I have an entire stack of books that need to be read. So
I also have books from the library, and I have this idea. I realized I was looking at them and I was like, that one that I got from the library, the author's last name sounds familiar. And I looked it up and I realized I'd read an arc of one of her other books like a couple years ago. And I was like,
oh,
that's going to be a surprise vlog.
That's funny. I have so many books from the library right now. I checked out 12 at one time for a video project I'm going to be doing. So
I got 7.
I have 1, 2. I have 15. Oh, that's not counting the graphic novels. I have 20 right now.
We're only allowed to check out 10.
Oh, wow. Mine lets you check out up to 30.
Either 10 or 20 at a time, because I know I've gone over 10. So I think it is 20 at a time. You're only allowed to check out 20 books, and you're only allowed to check out 5 pieces of media.
Mm-hmm.
And then physically, and then on ebook or audio, you can get 8.
Oh, nice. No, ours lets you do, I think, 30. I have only hit that when I was a child, trying to walk out with the entire Saddle Club series or something like that. Yeah. Mine definitely does or did when I was a child. I don't know if they still do. I know they don't charge you fines anymore, so that's nice.
Yeah, I got charged my very first fine this year.
Oh, man.
Soren bit the side of the Alyssa K. Adams romance.
Oh no.
Yeah, I had to pay like $16.
See, I'm talking about late fees. If you damage the book or you don't replace it, like to the point that it can't be reused, you do have to replace the book.
I got to keep it though, so like.
Nice. Oh my god, I just read the first book again a couple of years ago, and it's funny because I was like, I remember some of this, but I don't remember. Like, I feel like I never read this, and then there were certain parts I was like, yeah, wait, maybe I have. It was very confusing. I rage quit, I think, the Pine Hollow series, which is the sequel series, when they killed one of the horses. I was just like, why would you do that? Bye.
Why would you kill a horse off?
I don't know, for the drama of it.
That doesn't make any sense,
Like,
and that's cool.
It's one of those things that, like, it makes sense. You're at a stable. There are going to be horses that get sick. There are going to be horses that die. But did it have to be one of the main characters' horses? It was dumb.
That's incredibly sad.
Yeah.
A horse death is just, like, not something to mess around with.
Yeah. No, that's... Well, it was one of those things. Just like, damn. Why would you do that?
I didn't know there was a computer game for that.
I didn't know that either. Like, it was one of those things that... if you're thinking of the horse, I think you're thinking of the horse didn't have the baby. That's the horse that died. Because I remember, like, there's this whole plot line. Everyone's so excited because one of the horses is pregnant and is going to have a foal. And then the labor goes wrong and the horse dies. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, that sucks. Why would you
Emotional damage.
Yeah. So it was real dumb. I was just like, eh. And then I think also it's funny because they were I'm so sorry. You probably blocked that out because it's traumatizing. I did not mean to make you relive your trauma. This is when I was like 16, 17, super conservative, like, and I'm pretty sure that a couple of the characters were having sex and one of them was getting into like drugs and alcohol or something like that. And so I stopped reading them also for those reasons. Because I was like, my mother would be mad if I was reading this.
Wow. Yeah, I felt like I got taken on a whole journey. This was something that I missed out on growing up. While y'all had Saddle Club, I think I ended up watching one called like Horseland. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what network that was on, but
yeah.
If you grew up low income, you know what I'm talking about, aka you didn't have cable.
Huh? I mean, some of us grew up not low income, but our parents refused to get cable because they didn't want to pay for the bad channels too. So we only had broadcast.
It came on it was on CBS on like Sundays or something like that, I think. It's either Sundays or Saturdays.
Trying to see if this is something I recognize. Oh, wow. No, I did not watch that.
It was cool.
That also looks... Okay, yeah, that was definitely... I was a full-ass adult by that point. By the time it was coming out. So...
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot that we are different in age.
Yes, I grew up... I was a 90s kid. So...
Yeah, I was born in 92.
So you're a year after my brother.
Yep.
Hello.
I always forget that Ben is older than me. Because Ben exudes like little brother energy.
Like he is older than I am too, which is weird. Like, you have a whole ass job. Well, actually, technically, he doesn't have a job right now, but like, you got a PhD, you have your own apartment, you got a girlfriend, like, so much further along than I am.
Just checks off all of the traditional boxes of success, and you're like, and I run a YouTube channel
and live in my parents' house.
You know what? I gotta give it to you though, because housing is really difficult.
Yeah.
In like bigger cities.
Yeah. Well, and it's hard because like part of why I've gotten to the point that financially I probably could move out, but I'm trying to wait until we're done with this current job, because once I'm done with this current job, I have no need to like strictly stay in St. Petersburg. Can't believe I just said whoops, strictly stay in my city because like I can go anywhere in my county at that point. So like moving up to Clearwater might not be a bad idea because then my parents are half an hour away. So
that, and you have some space since, what is it, you and your dad are doing that stuff together?
yeah.
Or is he retiring?
He is retiring and giving it to me. So
Work-life balance is important.
yeah. That is something to keep in mind. I probably don't want to get too far away. So I don't have to drive forever to meet him. But like Tampa has good housing prices because that's where all the students are and stuff.
I mean, dude, you drove like 45 minutes to go get Culver's. Like, I still remember being like, we're far away.
That's not that far away.
In my brain, it is. I mean, that's 45 minutes for me is from going here to Aberdeen to like Redfield.
Yeah.
Which is quite a ways.
Yeah. I grew up, since I was homeschooled, we grew up like driving all over Pinellas County. So like, and most of the stuff that they have you do was 30, 40, 45 minutes away from us. So I was actually like, I miss Gainesville where everything was 5 minutes away. Like I got to St. Pete and it took me so long to be like, when I got back to be like, oh yeah, it takes like 20 minutes to go anywhere now. I don't know how it is now, but like Gainesville was just like, it was a walkable city. The bus system worked well.
I wish we had a bus system.
Our bus system is a joke.
We don't have a bus system. You just have to call the shuttle and wait like an hour and a half.
Ugh.
It's stupid.
That's annoying. Anyways.
Alrighty. Why don't we start with some sprints?
Perfect. I'm ready when you are.
Okay.
Ta-da. All right. 3,
Have fun.
1, and go.
do, 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 do. Oh. You're not unmuted, Margaret.
There we go. I'm almost at page 100. I made it to page 98.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was saying, I realized that she didn't just change the genders of the Pandavas, like that first person, I think it's Basamasura, in the original story, because I took the time to look it up. In the original story was a he.
Nice.
So, anyways, and you?
I finally finished my little review, and here's how it turned out.
Hooray!
How I was able to keep it to 2 pages collectively, I don't know.
That's what the computer is for. You can just dump all of your thoughts on there if it's not enough.
That's true. I did write 6 pages of notes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done that for any book.
Okay. So we start on this page, and then there's these 2 pages, and then these 2 pages, and then this very last page.
And like, what do you take notes on? Like, what are you taking notes about? Like, is it plot stuff? Is it just thoughts? Is it your reactions?
It's mostly thoughts, and also there were a lot of quotes that I really liked.
Oh, okay.
My very first thought was, the sci-fi ship stuff is throwing me off really bad. My very last thought, though, was, spoiler, 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 fuck. Well, I was just in my emotions.
Yeah.
Emotions.
Yeah.
At one point, I wrote, "This is bullshit." You should just let it kill you, or the radiation will.
Oh my god. Yeah, right?
I was like, and then, let's see. This makes me feel really uncomfortable. And
that
then,
was me with that, or that is me with Ambrose. I'm just like, this boy is so horny. I can't deal with it.
we're talking about this really quick.
The Darkness Outside Us. It's our book club book for the Avengers reading challenge. So.
Also, thank you for saying that I'm talented. Really, it's just I smushed a bunch of stuff together and wrote it down.
You are talented. Do not lie to yourself. You are talented.
But yeah, it was just so many notes about, like, mostly thoughts, but also I wrote down so many quotes.
Nice.
I don't usually write too many quotes down, but I was just like, damn, this is profound shit.
Yeah.
It's very deep.
I'm trying to get better about taking notes, but I'm also someone who likes to have all of my notes in one place. So the method that we are trying, because I have this notebook that is going to be my reading notebook. For a minute, it was like my booktube journal, but I was like, no, I need more stuff. So I'm going to try like taking notes and thoughts on note cards and then transferring them into my notebook when I am done. So I didn't think about pulling out quotes because I usually just highlight those. But I've already got like 3 that I just highlighted on the fact that I liked Roshni Chakchi's writing style. So
yeah, see, I was gonna do like a highlight thing, but I was just like, no, I just want to like put a little tab next to it and make myself figure out like what was good about this, and then to have to read it over again and soak up the energy of like, oh, that's right, that's what stood out, instead of just like underlining it down for myself.
Well,
mostly just because the underlining part takes a lot of time.
yeah, I actually write notes on here, like in the books, because I like going back through and seeing what I've read before and thought before. So, which is why I always get clear tabbies so I don't have to remove them.
Nice. There's not enough room in the margins for me to write what I did on that book. There was just not enough room.
That's why I'm trying to start doing this, because I want to do brain dumps of stuff. So, I know
nice.
people who like, they'll read the book and then they will summarize what happened in the chapter at the end of the chapter or something like that. And I'm like, that's smart, but not me. Especially since I already know I want to keep this book. So.
Oh yeah. I can't remember if I actually highlighted in this one or not. Nope. I just kind of put a thing there. Oh yeah, I put a star on some of them. Oh, I actually did underline in this one, but I didn't underline in that one. I think it was just because I really wanted to get. Thought that I was going to be non-committal. I thought I was going to be cool. That did not go that way.
You mean
I got
the darkness outside us?
In. Also, I had like a little movie going on in my head.
Mm-hmm. The queerness sucked you in.
You know, I want to say it was the queerness. Like I for me, what sci-fi does to me more so is that it is difficult for my brain to wrap around, because so much, and this is why I know I'm autistic, because so much of the world is trying to understand history, trying to understand like customs and what you should or shouldn't do, or like you have to like download the world before you are able to like move around in it or like live in it. So to start a sci-fi and have no details, no world building, just the two dudes in a ship, they end up liking each other, and then they talk about the country and the planet, and I'm like, this is too much for my brain. Like, I hated it and I liked it all in one complicated bundle.
Go? Yeah. I mean, the nice part was that they didn't keep on that plot line for too terribly long. But I think that's one of the things that I do like about science fiction is I like, so here's my thing. I think a lot of science fiction out there has too much world building in it, and the world building overshadows the characters and the plot. That's one of the reasons I like The Expanse so much, because I think the characters stay at the forefront. But like, I do like, it's one of the things where I like those aspects, but I'm here for the characters and the plot. You know what I mean?
But I understand why it didn't do it, because it would have just basically given away too much. The fact that you had to find out little bits and pieces adds to the mystery of the
space horror
mystery. It was different.
I got like, I think maybe 20 pages or 30 pages into it to when the first time he finds blood or something, I think, possibly. No, the minute I figured out that the AI was screwy, I was like, this is a space horror. That's what this is.
See, I figured that out. I don't trust AI.
Mm-hmm.
Just right off the bat. So like,
I immediately was like, oh, it's Hal. It's Hal. Hal is it. This is 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I've never seen that.
So the basic premise of 2001: A Space Odyssey is the AI that is running their ship goes haywire and is trying to kill them. And I can't remember if it's trying to kill them to keep them alive or what, but it's basically the astronauts versus the ship. So
yeah, that's gonna be a big.
Is that hold on? I have actually never seen 2001: A Space Odyssey either, or in full. But now I'm second guessing myself that I am thinking of the wrong one. It was done in 1968. Oh my God.
Wow.
Okay, what was the plot? But Yeah, I think that there is a science fiction genre for everyone, but not everyone is going to be like, I want the space. Like a lot of people like the dystopian and they don't realize that's science fiction as well. Do.
See, what I like in space and sci-fi is the whole like it will always be about characters for me. Like, yay, plot, we got plot. But like getting
Yeah.
to read that was like, oh, okay. Like it's very slow burn, very peel back layers kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'm more of like I really just want it right now. I have to be able to like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
you are in fact right about that, because like that, if I think of that, if I think of The Expanse, if I think of a memory called Empire would fuck you over. Like that entire one is about the main character is having to in real time figure out customs and like other things that she does not understand. Like you're slowly having to figure out what is actually going on as you go through them. That's interesting.
But
But
yeah, I feel
yeah.
like it was really interesting for the fact that like I was trying to figure out like what exactly Demokratia even is. Like, is that technically like Russia?
I think that they were trying to do Russia, like create the dynamic of Russia versus the US, but based on like what Ambrose's idea of the values were, I kind of felt like what it actually was whatever the EU was versus the USA.
Yeah, like yeah.
I was feeling, but then like he has a Russian accent in the audiobook and not an American one.
Oh, you're gonna leave?
Yep.
Okay. Have fun with your dude friends.
Yep, I'll have fun. I love you.
I love you too. Bye.
Bye.
I was correct. Hal is in 2001 is the one with Hal. And it just basically goes rogue.
That's wow.
Yeah. I know the bare bones of it because my mom watched it and liked it. Which is kind of funny considering she won't let us watch horror, but that is definitely a horror.
I more so like the Guardians of the Galaxy part of space where they're just doing shenanigans.
Fun shenanigans.
Like, going from planet to planet.
Yep. That feels very like, that's like Star Trek but with assholes.
I mean, I grew up liking Star Trek, so makes sense.
Which one was your Star Trek?
I grew up watching Shatner. Star Trek. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you grew up watching the old stuff. See, I grew up watching Next Gen and Deep Space Nine.
See, they were never on TV when I was on TV. So like I never got to like watch them. But I was like, oh, LeVar Burton is there? Okay. No, we know it's good.
That's funny. My mom was a massive Star Trek fan. So when Next Gen was on, we were watching. Like she watched Next Gen, she watched Deep Space Nine, she watched Voyager, we watched Enterprise together. Didn't watch all of it, but like I think only the newer ones she hasn't watched. But
the Chris Pine one, or are you talking about like
she's watched? I'm talking about Discovery. Okay, that's the new Star Trek show. Star Trek Discovery has a.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
That's the one that has a black woman as the lead, I believe.
Okay.
And I haven't watched that one purely because it is behind a paywall to something that I don't own access to. So.
Yeah, I don't like paywalls.
It's disappointing. Like if it was on Netflix, I'd be all over it, but it's not Netflix. It's not Hulu. It's like HBO or something.
The literal amount of things that me and Calvin have paid for to watch just to watch the one thing.
Yeah. I'm just like, we need a streaming platform that brings everything together, and I'd be willing to pay more than $10 a month for it.
That's called cable, Margaret.
I know, but a lot of these shows aren't on cable because they're only on streaming now. Like Discovery is only on streaming, I believe.
Yeah, we have Paramount Plus, Apple Plus TV or whatever. We have HBO. We have Amazon Prime. Hulu, and Netflix, and yeah, we want to try Stars next.
Nice. I just like, I'm sad we got away. We went to doing streaming and got away from having physical copies of the media. Like The Expanse, seasons 4, 5, and 6 do not have a physical format. You have to have Amazon Prime to be able to watch them. So if Amazon Prime decides they go away, you don't get to watch them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you lose out on that Prime content.
And I'm like, it's one of those things that I'm like, you could make so much money because fans like me would in fact go and buy hard copies. So like my favorite shows, I want hard copies of all of them. So it's like, And then there are shows I'm less committed to. So what are we feeling like for the next sprint? Because I have the 30 still pulled up, but if we want to do something different, we can.
30 sounds good to me.
Okay, let me get
Calvin just took off to be with his dude friends.
Nice. Well,
apparently one of them is hosting some kind of guys' night, so.
Oh, nice.
Good for you.
Yeah, well, it's nice to hang out with your friends.
It is.
Sometimes. Okay. I've got it up and ready when you want to put it on the screen.
Okay.
All right, and 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi. Margaret, you're muted still.
Okay. Sorry. I was sitting there talking.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I am seeing the I don't know what she said.
I only got to basically all of that was I only got 10 pages right because I went to get some food. But I do want to point, I love this section on 10806 where she's like, there are two ways to stroke one's beard. There is the villainous, I am devastating, but also fond of my beard texture caress. And there is the pondering, does this beard make me look devastating rub? Valmiki's was the latter. And my note just says, I'd like to report a murder. This child is so vicious and I love it.
She is really good because there's another part that's kind of like in the 120s. And it's hilarious. I'm on page 138 at the moment.
Nice. You read a lot. I got tabs now, though.
Yay!
Tabs, and I've filled up one side of the note card and have a second side started. So
I think I have for my notes. I have like a quote or two, and then
nice.
Yeah, I said I want to kick a 12-year-old for making Minnie cry ever.
Oh my god, yeah. I am tempted every time I see these to just go get my colored pencils and color all of them
and just
in.
color them in.
Yeah. Especially
so
like
I'm on chapter 16, so just a couple chapters ahead.
Yeah, nice. There is a full one here, but I was like, I should color that in.
I mean, you might as well. It's your book.
It is my book, and I'm not planning on getting rid of it at this point.
It's your party.
I keep meaning to do that with my Cool Prince books. What?
I said it's your party, and you can cry if you want to.
Or in my case, puke up your birthday cake.
Oh no!
It's like my 11th or 12th birthday.
Oh, oof.
It was not fun. And that was, so when I was like 8, 9, and 10, I went through a phase where like certain things that like I wasn't really allergic to would just make me barf. So we had quite a few times where like I would just puke in a cup after eating something that we didn't think would be a problem, but turned out to be a problem.
That is awful.
Yeah, not fun.
You know, it's really too bad that you didn't have those like hospital grade things, you know, where it has the bag but you hold it.
Yeah. No, we a couple trips back from SeaWorld that happened.
Oof.
Not fun. Anyways. Alex was on TikTok answering comments. One of these days I'll actually get my shit together and start TikTok.
That's what you said about Instagram.
Well, here's the thing. The two are connected.
It's true. They are.
Because if I'm going to make content for one, I might as well put that on the other one. I just hate that Instagram has become less than just like photo sharing. I'm like, why couldn't you have stayed what I got on you for?
That's how I feel right now in general. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm good at in terms of like in between TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. I'm like,
yeah. I'm just like, if I wanted, like, when I got on these apps, I got on each of them for different reasons. And like, if you start making them all the same, what is the point of me being on all of them? Especially Instagram. Like, Instagram really just like YouTube still has the main thing that I'm there for. Twitter still has the main thing that I'm there for. TikTok is TikTok, and I only go on there once every 3 months because I lose my entire day. But it's like,
oh my gosh, you probably have like 300 and something videos for me.
The last time I got on, I had so many notifications. I was just like, I don't need to be watching TikTok right now. Hold on, I can probably find out. Watch it be one of yours that comes up first. Oh, that's weird. For once it isn't. I have 120 messages from people.
Well, that is a relief that it's only 120.
Yeah. And that's probably split between you, Merritt, and Brianna. So.
What me and Calvin do is that we send each other a bunch throughout like hours and days, and then we'll just choose one day and we'll just go through and watch them all on my iPad.
Oh, that's cute. That's what I do, but there is no iPod involved. So, but yeah, I like, I like the app. I just haven't made any content on it yet, although I am tempted to make one on what Florida's no fault law actually means. Because somebody said something like that I clarified. I was like, this is how no fault actually works in Florida. And some bitch just replied, you must not live here. And I was like, you did not just tell the Capricorn she's wrong about something that she knows she's right about. You didn't just do that.
You're like, get ready for my essay on why you suck.
This would be an essay on, hi, this is how Florida's no fault law works. Please read what I just found on Google. Because, like, no fault does not mean you cannot actually be found at fault in a crash. That's not what that means. It means your insurance can't wait to find fault. Like, your insurance is going to pay no matter who is at fault for your medical care. So, anyways.
Insurance.
It's fun. I mean, it makes sense. That's one of the good things about being no fault. Is that, like, you don't have to wait for things to be settled in court. You just go get the medical care you need, and your insurance will pay for it to a certain extent.
That's nice.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that makes it dumb that's in with that. But, you know, the thought was there. We tried to use our brains for that one.
Yeah, there's some topics where you can just like completely deep dive, and people love the shit out of it. For me, I haven't figured that out quite what that is yet.
Yeah.
It will if I ever do it, will be definitely something voice-over-y because people seem to like that aspect about me.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm thinking about doing something where, like, I'm just when I get into a place where I'm actually ready to sit down and write, just documenting my writing journey, trying to get this book finished, rewritten, redone.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting.
Yep. So it seems like a good app for that, especially since nobody pays attention to Instagram stories really anymore, apparently. So.
Yep. I just share stuff.
Yep. So just like. But I have to finish my insurance stuff first. So. Then I get to write books. Maybe. If my brain will let me.
Yeah, I also have to write. And I also have to type because this journal that I have, I've only typed one chapter on it. And my friend edits it and puts it on her Wattpad account because we write this story together.
Oh, nice.
And here's where, okay. So I typed up, what was it? Let's see. Let's figure out where I typed and where. Okay. So I typed up this little bit here, this little piece. Okay. But I have this much left.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
that's the first chapter?
No, this is like 4 or 5 chapters.
Okay.
maybe 6 chapters. But we're coming up on a big point inside the story. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta finish and write that part. So then I can just type it all and catch up.
Yeah. That's smart. I am. Sometimes you just need to be able to write with a pen.
That's the best way I get stuff done.
Like, I am a fan. Like, it's funny because like technology is great and everything, but like there are just certain things. Like I was talking about this with my brother the other day, because we didn't get to play Dungeons and Dragons because we couldn't get the Twitch to work. Twitch was down, and it was only specific. Like, it was some channels, and Luck Check happened to be one of them. But I was like talking with my brother about like I prefer to roll dice by hand, just because I like the feeling of like the tactile feeling of that. Like, there's stuff that I like. I like writing and like having notebooks because I like the tactile feeling of that. That's why I have a physical bullet journal instead of a like digital one, because I like being able to be crafty and start putting stuff together. So,
it's soothing.
Yeah. Especially the bullet journal, because like I actually get to be creative. And that's not something that I have time for. And like this feels like being creative and being productive. It's not just me messing around, you know.
Yes. I do that too.
So I bought another paint by number today. I haven't finished the other one, but it was on sale and I'd been looking at it. Like, I knew it was the one I wanted to do next. But
I'm praying for you. I really am.
Yeah, it's fine. It's going to stay in my car until I'm done with this one. So I was like, oh, it's $14 instead of $30.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, and you get 2 for this one. So
then yeah, you made a good choice.
Yeah, like
I
made a smart choice. I was like, this will pay off in the future, but we cannot start it now.
And it's still a soothing activity because you can listen to an audiobook while you're doing paint by number.
Yeah, listen to audiobook, do that.
Or catch up on YouTube like I need to do.
YouTube, watch Dimension 20. One of the things, I've got a playlist that I'm building that's like watercolor basics, that because I think that's what I want to get into again first. When I have a little bit more time, I'm probably going to take some, like, okay, one day a week is going to be my watercolor week. Just so that I'm going back to that skill and reusing it.
Oh, that's good. I need to do something like that too. Where 1 week is just this week I caught up with my letters.
That's good. Yeah, I was looking at the designs I still have on Redbubble, and I was like, oh, these are actually like I mean, I wasn't great, but these are actually decent. They're cute. They work.
Well, and the cool thing about that too is that like people who are not avid watercolorers or like who are not like dedicate themselves to art are usually like they can look at something and be like, oh, this is good, and appreciate for what it is, instead of like that internal voice in your head where you're like, oh, this looks like shit.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where like what I wanted to make those translated onto paper. It worked. So yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, shall we do another?
I think it'll end up looking really good.
Yeah, I just want to like do it for me and have something that I'm doing that is not at all related or is only mildly related to anything I would do for my channel, for work, for any of that. Just have something creative that is not, it's just creative for the sake of being creative. Like, it's not supposed to do anything or be anything or any of that. And like, if I want to say, for example, like start doing book quotes or do something like that, I can. But there are parts of it that are for me.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
It's nice to take time for you.
It is. To also have something that's not a hustle.
Yeah, that too.
So, which I tried to say that's YouTube, but I eventually want to make money on YouTube.
It would be nice, yeah.
It would be nice to get this channel to a point, my channel to a point where it at least pays for itself. You know?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Money, just money in general. Like, cause okay, so usually for like my pay, it takes forever. Forever. I handed my invoice in this month on the day that I
Mhm.
got the email, because he usually gives you like a 4 day gap of like, hey, hand in your invoice on like the 4th, right? I handed mine in day one, handed that shit in, right? And it they sent an email on Tuesday of like, oh, we just switched to a new banking platform, so it might take a couple days. I called the bank on Thursday. I called the bank on Friday, and I didn't call the bank. No, I called on Wednesday and Thursday, and I did not call the bank on Friday because I was like, I am too embarrassed to call again because there is nothing in there. And I'm like, and I was telling Calvin about it, and he's like, imagine how much money you could make if you dedicated yourself to the projects and all of the Etsy store and all of the stuff that you've been wanting to do for the last 4 years. And I was like, listen, sir, I just wanted to complain.
I
I know
just need
you're
you to
talking
listen. I don't
about
need
all
you
this
to
other.
fix it.
Yes, I don't want to fix it right now. I just want to complain.
I understand that one. Yeah, I understand that there need to be certain thresholds. I think that it should be a system where like it's you need to meet here are some criteria you can meet, like watch time, views, subscribers, etc. And you need to meet like 2 of these 3 or 3 of 5, something like that, where like you have multiple options. So depending on what kind of channel you have, just it's annoying. And I have been like I grew really fast my like 2nd or 3rd year on YouTube, and then 4th year and this year just like it's been at a snail's pace.
Just
Like
absolute molasses.
it's a plateau, and occasionally you hop up because there's just a little bit of another level, but it's slow incline. And I know once I get to 1,000, they'll give me a push. But the watch time stuff is really annoying. I think they overestimate how much watch time you're going to be able to get.
Literally, like, I was at 1.25, right? And then out of nowhere, 1.24, like, uh, like down to 4, like almost 3. And I'm like, what happened?
They'll do purges of bots too. So usually when I see a large gap or large drop in subscribers and I haven't posted the video, I'll be like, oh, they did a purge. But I wish there was more that they had that was dedicated to helping smaller YouTubers, and it sounds like they're rolling some stuff out that they think will help. I'm not sure if it actually will help. So that's hard.
It sucks. Because there's so many videos that I want to make, but I'm like, it's a hard time to, it's like, oof.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I'm going to make what I want to make, and I'm going to make it for me. And I'm going to try and figure out I'm going to figure out what I want to make it for me, and figure out how to make that be something that could work on YouTube. So, but yeah. Do we want to go again?
Yeah, we could probably do one more.
Okay, perfect. All right, it is ready when you are.
Okay. It's like, I know how to do things.
Oh, does this one have music? Hold on. Yeah, that one has music. Let's do this one because this one doesn't. All right.
Okay.
Focus in 3, 2, 1, and go. back.
Hello.
And this time I unmuted.
This time.
I got to page 139, so we're talking with the seasons.
Oh.
She's Miranda Priestleying them.
That was so fun to read.
Yeah, it is.
I'm on page 151.
Nice. You'll be done fast then.
Yeah, because I mean the halfway mark is like 170 pages in, right? Or something like that.
Something like that.
I will probably most definitely finish this if I keep going tonight.
Yeah. Nice.
I didn't get too much done because I went to go get Oreos and then I was sitting here and there was a little creature thing on a little ant on my phone and I was like, what? The only place to set my phone down was in the kitchen and I was like, oh no. So I took my kitchen. It was not a good time. So I just cleaned a little bit.
We had an ant problem for a while.
They're really pesky, but I haven't been doing my chores as much this week. So, I mean, that definitely will bring about bugs and stuff. So,
yeah. We used to, on that side of our house, right where the kitchen was, there were ants. Like in some of those, like you'd see them in some of those rooms. So.
Ants are no fun in the summertime.
Yeah. I think, like, I got, like, ant traps and that cleared it up. But they were like you'd see them running around about the sink and stuff. So.
See, when I used to live out at the farm, it was more so like spiders and stuff or like mice. And that was like very rarely.
We did rice and mats. Rats and mice when I was working at the warehouse. Like even in the office space, they were there.
Pesky little shits.
Yeah. We had one just eat its way through our toilet paper.
Okay.
We moved the toilet paper box and it had made itself a little because we would just keep the toilet paper and the paper towels in like the corner of my office. And there was it made a little nest out of the toilet paper and the other stuff from the box. It's funny.
That's not a good time.
No, luckily we didn't find the mouse in it. But yeah, it was there, definitely.
It was still oh wow, that's great.
Yep, we're cleaning that up, I guess. That's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be cleaning it. I have another fidget now, and it stays here.
Your pencil sharpener?
My pencil sharpener. I just realized I'm like, this is dangerous having this here where I can easily use it or reach it and play with it. Anyways.
Anywho.
There you go.
There we are.
Okay. Did you say this was the last one?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, I am going to close this so it doesn't beep at us anymore.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm apparently tired. So.
I don't know if I'm necessarily tired. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm definitely running out of my little tabs.
I have an entire thing of them that's brand new that I need to get into so I can use them. I like those tabs though. They're very nice tabs.
I think I bought like a pack of them of like 10. So I gotta get another one out.
Yep. Yep.
So I'm using them a lot faster than I thought I would.
Yeah. I got a pack that comes with like the ones that are like that size, and then there's like a set of the same colors, but they're like half that size. So I've got a ton somewhere waiting to be discovered.
And then when I finish, I have this all set up.
Oh, nice.
Because I set ones up for like 4 books that I was reading ish for when I finally do actually finish the book.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm working on getting my reading journal caught up to August. I've got like 7 out of May done. Out of the 13. Oh. I mean, the good news is I only read 2 books in July, so we can make that work.
That's true. I think for me it's mostly about keeping up. Like every time I finish a book, I have to go through each and every little thing that I'm tabbing and keeping track of.
Nice.
I'm definitely behind on printing out what the best book of the month for me was. I'm behind by 4 months ish.
Yeah. Do you have one of those little sticker printers?
No, I just put it on a Word document and then print it out that way.
Nice. Our printer, something is wrong with the ink, all of it. And so at this point, it doesn't come out right anymore. It's annoying.
See, that's what I did with this spread because we didn't have colored ink. So I just used black and white.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. See, so I think I like that.
If I wanted to do black and white, it looks better, but it looks better than our colored ink does, but it is still not great.
Yeah, I think I like that though, because then the colors stand out from the black and white of it all.
Yeah, nice.
Then I have an entire tab of the Avengers that I have yet to read prompts for, and so far we have completed 94 out of 280 just for last year.
Wow. I have to figure out at some point, get caught up on them. So.
Me too. Because I plan on getting all of them, even if it takes me forever.
Yeah. I probably have more than I think I have.
You probably do.
Because I have so many powers and things that I just don't sit down and figure out what they are. So, I don't use them.
That is also my issue.
Whoops. So, anyways.
Okay.
So
that is all for me. How about for you?
I am sprints tomorrow morning at 10 my time on my channel. And then I'm also going to be posting my vlog for when I went to Utah sometime tomorrow. To be decided.
That's from May.
That is from May. That's from a while ago because I don't like, it's one of those things that I fall behind on vlogs because there's always another video that needs to go up instead. Like vlogs very rarely need to go up.
That tracks.
Yeah. Anyways.
Because people tend to like vlogs based around something rather than just like, oh, this is what I did this week.
Yeah, and this one is not going to be one that I don't think a lot of people are gonna watch because it's mostly just me following Briar around with a camera. So
I feel like Cal would be like, yeah, that's the best vlog ever.
What that might be mentioned in the vlog. But it's just us out, like the longest part of it is like there's a part of us book shopping, there's a part of us hiking around outside in Utah, and then there's driving to the airport, which is really scenic and nice. But like not a lot of book content in that vlog. Oops.
Even though Cal read like 14 books, what was it?
Yeah, well, this is my vlog, not Cal's. I was only there for 5 days. And 3 of the 4 books that I ended up reading that weekend were for other vlogs. So, because I
That
usually
makes
have
sense.
a couple of vlogs going on at the same time. So, which is really funny because one of the books, I'm like, yeah, you'll see that more in my vlog specifically dedicated to this series. And I can't find some of the clips that were supposed to, like, I think I deleted the wrong clips. So I'm like, well, maybe there's a vlog. Maybe there's not.
If anything, there's a little bit of something.
Yeah. There's one, if it doesn't work out, there's one less vlog that I need to worry about getting up on my channel.
That's also true.
Go to the next thing. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
There, we have not talked about when we are doing a live show for this, but it will be TBD.
We'll tell you when we know what day it is.
When we know, you'll know.
You'll know. Perfect. All right. I mean, I would assume it's sometime in the beginning of September-ish.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely gonna finish this probably tonight, honestly, if I don't get distracted.
Perfect. I'll have to figure out when Sarah and I are doing our live show because we also have one coming up in the next couple of weeks, depending on whether or not she actually got the books read.
It will probably be sometime beginning of September.
Yeah. That's the goal because, I mean, we've already pushed everything for a month because, like, our last 2 picks for the year, we chose specifically because the live show was going to be in November. So we were going to read them October, November, but now we're reading them November, December. So technically the live show will be in December. But I was like, well,
nice.
It's good to read Indigenous literature all year round.
It really, truly is.
So, and we'll still be making people read at least one Indigenous lit book in November if they're spacing them out. So, anyways.
Anywho, so thank you for showing up to Sprints and have an awesome day.
You're talking to everyone else. I'm like, of course I showed up. I'm helping with this book club.
Now I'm talking to the one person that's here, which I'm assuming is you looking for comments.
Yeah.
So no one's here.
Oh yeah, that's probably me. That is probably, yeah.
Well, thank you for showing up. Bye. Oh okay. Bye,
Alex
Alex.
is here.
Bye.
Bye, Alex.